Hey guys, Dan here with another pickups video. I wanted to share with you guys the books I picked up in January. I know I did like an end of the year pickups, and I purchased quite a bit, a lot of books. And another thing I wanted to mention while I have you here was I planned on doing a resolutions video, but I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Just for the simple fact that I know majority of you guys are here for the reviews. That's where a good majority of where all my views of my videos come from. They come from my reviews. A lot of y'all are not subscribed, so that's why I'm trying to get more people to subscribe to the channel so that they can see other content like stuff I'm picking up. So that's why I didn't film a resolutions video, because I wanted to talk about different things. Like, I do want to reach 1,000 subscribers eventually. I want to try to get my AdSense back. I want to try to maybe do Patreon or have people do the tip jar thing so I can kind of get a budget going so I can purchase movie editing software. Stuff like that. Also, when it comes to my TBR and what books I'm going to be reviewing, I looked at my Goodreads, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and the books that I added way back when I started my Goodreads, I'm going to do a TBR takedown, and I'm going to go and I'm going to read those books, review them, and just kind of alternate between those and books that I had picked up that I own. So that way I can kind of knock down this to-be-read list. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's share with you the books that I picked up in January. Firstly, I picked up Kony and the Usurper by Robert E. Howard and L. Sprague de Camp. I've never read any L. Sprague de Camp, but I do know that he has written a number of Konyan stories. I've read quite a few, I think a couple volumes of Conan the Destroyer, and I really enjoyed them. So, like, I'm kind of a sucker for these little fantasy books, like these pulp books. I don't know. I can't promise that I'm going to read it anytime soon, but I'm gonna own a copy, so it'll be on my shelf. If I ever want to read it, I will have it there to be available to be read. Also, I picked up The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, and I've seen this around so many times. And I kind of have a slight interest in reading it. I mean, I've heard good things about it. So I saw it and I was like, you know, this looks like I bought it from a secondhand shop, and I'm like, this is a really decent copy. It looks almost like new. I'm going to give it a shot. It has to do, it's like biographical, I guess. Or kind of biographical. I mean, it's written about some character named Esther Greenwood, but I guess like I had heard something. Now, I don't even know if I'm right on track with this, but I thought I had read or heard someplace that it's kind of biographical in nature, so I'm kind of intrigued. I'm willing to check it out. Also, I picked up The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I will admit, I saw the film. I really enjoyed the film. The film had Woody Harrelson in it. And it was kind of weird, kind of crazy, you know, alcoholic dad with a bunch of kids moving all over the place. And I kind of like memoirs. I like reading David Sedaris's memoirs, so maybe I will enjoy this. I did enjoy the movie, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll enjoy reading this. I also have a copy of Bastard Out of Carolina, too, which is on one of my many shelves someplace. And I have a bunch of these kind of memoir-type books, and I should read one or two of them this year. And last but not least, one of my coworkers gave me The Girl Who Played with Fire. Now, I know this is not the first book in the series, but she said that this made more sense to read this book first before you read the other ones, because it kind of gives you the whole motivation for why she's doing what she's doing. So I don't know if I'm going to start with this book or if I'm going to go and start with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. We'll have to see. I'm kind of intimidated by this because it is a big book. I've been kind of scared the last few years and hesitant to read big books like this because, you know, I'm not sure that I'm going to enjoy it, and I know this is translated from Swedish to English, so that's another reason why I'm kind of hesitant. I just don't know. She did say it was really good. I'm willing to check it out and, you know, see what it's all about. I did see both versions of the film. I saw the Swedish one and the Americanized versions, and I did enjoy them, so I think I might like those books. Not exactly my type of genre that I'm into, but like I said, I'm willing to give it a shot. I hope I'm not too off on the bell jar, and excuse me if I am wrong about that. Like I said, I'll admit I'm pretty ignorant about what that book is about. I've vaguely heard some things about it, but I'm willing to read it because I know it's just one of those books. It's like a classic, you know, cult classic type book. But that's all I got for you guys. Those are the books I've picked up in January. Let me know what you've picked up recently, or if you've read any of these books. Recommend, like, what should I read first out of those books? And then I can throw it into my year list of what I'm going to read this year. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Later.